Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be focusing on getting the floor welded in, and it's really cold in here. Minus 2 degrees, but I'm motivated to get this in, so yeah, let's get started. Before I get the welder out, I need to get the rest of the area clamped up that I was needing to finish clamping. Get these areas here and here a lot tighter, and to get it to a place where I'm happy with everything, then I can look at the welder. So firstly here, I didn't have any clamps that were long enough, so I've invested in some of these, and they're good quality. So plan is, get this clamped in with these clamps. I've got nuts and bolts. I'm going to attach it with nuts and bolts, drill holes obviously. This toe board's getting replaced, so it's not going to be welded permanently, but the nuts and bolts will give it the strength I need to hold it in place. Onto the heel board, onto the floor, the boot floor, I'll get that clamped in. We can spin it around and we'll look at the lines then to see where we stand. But yeah, I'm actually enjoying this stage, so I'm going to fire it on the time lapse, get it all where I like it, and then we can look at welding. The front of the floor is now completely bolted to the toe board, as you've seen. Relatively happy with the fit, all the way along here and the other side, really close and really good. There's a slight gap here and here. I'm not going to worry about that just now because there's no point fettling it to this toe board when this toe board won't be staying. It makes much more sense to fettle it to the toe board that will be getting replaced at a later stage. That way it might even be a better fit. But I'm happy with where this is in relation to this. So that side I can forget about. So yeah, I'm happy with the floor where it is. It's going to be its final resting place. I just need to now start welding. Combination, as you've seen, spot welds at the back, plug welds at the back, spot welds throughout most of it. So as I go, I'm just going to move the clamps to get as tight a fit as I can and spot weld and put some primer on. So I'm going to go let this dry and do the exact same on the other side. I'm not going to put that on camera, exact same, and I'll come back to you once the other side's done. The floors on both sides are now in and I'm quite pleased with how they went. I'm now going to move on to the back seat, onto the heel board. I was hoping to do that with a spot welder and plug weld with the holes that are already drilled, but it's just the accessibility is not great with the spot welder, so I'm just going to straight out plug weld. Now I'll plug weld what I can with the clamps, and then my plan is once I've got it in place and strong enough, I want to take the subframe out because I need to then get into access to some of the holes that were mis-drilled, so I can get a plate underneath to then fill all that in. So I'm not going to do all in once, I'm going to do a few, get it in place, and then subframe out and then tidy up everything from there. So my camera died on me there. You can see I've done some more plug welds all the way up. Not all of them, I've done enough to hold it safely in place. The plan is now I'm going to go get the subframe out, gives me more access. I'm going to then tidy up some of these welds and plug weld all the rest. I'll also need to drill a few more holes to get plug welds done in the areas that are not covered already. So I'm going to go and do that off camera, and then I'll come back once I'm happy with the results. The heel board is now welded to the boot floor. Not the prettiest, but that's what a grinder and finger sander's for. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to tidy up the welds slightly. I've also filled in all the holes that were misdrilled earlier on by me. And to do that and to get access, I took the rear subframe off. So yeah, I'm going to go now and clean these up, and I'll come back to you once I've done that. So it's been ground back slightly and it's had a layer of primer on. Now, had this been in an area that can be seen, I would have spent a lot more time on it, getting it flush with the metal and making it look seamless. It's not, it's below the seat, and I don't want to grind away too much metal because it then thins out the good metal round about it. So what I'm going to do is put a light layer of skimmer on just to keep it flat and to make it look a bit smoother. I could leave it like this, but I would know it's bumpy and I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so a light layer of skimmer. I'm then going to go underneath, I'm going to put some seam sealer on the other side of here and on the outside, some primer, a few finishing touches, and then I'll come back to you. I've been busy off camera the last few hours doing some dressing the welds, grinding, priming, seam sealing and getting the jig out. So it's finished and I'm really pleased with it. It's the most complete I've seen it, and it's the biggest panel I'll have to do. Now I just have to build on from it. So I'll obviously have to do more panels on it, quarter panel companion bin, but yeah, I'll build from there. So I'll finish that one there. I'll give you some shots at the end of the finished floor. But as always, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!